Welcome to an all-new live, The Ann Lynn Show. On today's show, we welcome Kimberly of Pretty Over 50. Kimberly's channel is dedicated to all things makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 lady. But ladies of all ages, stay tuned. We're all going to have such a wonderful time today. And now, here are Ann and Lynn. Good
morning.
Hey, good morning, Lynn. Got your coffee?
Good morning, Ann.
Got your
Got coffee?
All right, ready? Are we ready? We're going to do our coffee clink. Ready? 1, 2, 3, clink. I know it's kind of like, okay. Hey, we could do this. Coffee clink, coffee clink. Huh?
Welcome, Barefoot Lass. She's in the house this morning.
Yes, she's one of our moderators, so I'm glad she's here. There'll be other people coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I know one of my daughters was like so excited for today, and then she forgot she had an appointment, but she's going to catch the replay. I know a lot of people watch the replay.
And she sent some questions, I do believe.
Oh, yes. I have lots of questions for Kimberly.
Well, I know. Well, what's been going on there, Ann?
Well, first of all, I want to say welcome to any new viewers today. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the little subscribe bell and you'll get notified anytime we go live. And we do lives every Wednesday at 10 a.m. right here on the Ann Lynn channel, right?
Yes, right. That's exactly right. Except we do have a special one coming up.
We do.
And it's on a Thursday.
We do. Yes. I guess we can make the announcement now.
I think we can.
You want to?
Yes, thank you. There is a YouTube channel called Cheap RV Living. Thank you. I knew that was it.
Cheap RV Living.
Thank you for that introduction. And we will have a guest. Our guest will be Bob Wells from Cheap RV Living.
Yes, and it will be a special show. It's going to be on Thursday, March the 18th, and it'll be 4:30 p.m. Eastern.
I know. They'll have to mark their calendars.
You go over and check out his channel. He is just right under 500,000 people. And he's very large. It's the RV life. It's people that live in
part of the nomadic living.
Yes.
And there's a movie out right now, and he has a part in that movie. So we're just excited, but we're always excited about each one of our guests because they're so special and precious to us, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And today
we have someone today. I know you want to tell a little story.
Well, I know. Well, first, how has your week been since last Wednesday?
I want to tell you, I was able to get out yesterday. Our sun was shining. It was beautiful. And I told cameraman, I need a ride today. So we went about 20 some miles to a Dollar Tree.
Well, you got out and saw some scenery and the beautiful countryside, right?
Oh, that's right. And it is countryside. So we were going through one area, and I think the farmers have already put manure on their, land.
They're getting ready. I know. I miss that. We went from living actually in the country and surrounded by trees, our house, and now we're in town in a little city up here.
Okay, we have a problem, and somebody keeps deleting Barefoot Lass. Helen Dickinson is there. Hello, Helen. Why was Google moderator deleting messages in chat? You got me, Helen. So we must have something going on here, and I want you to know their messages are getting deleted.
Well, it isn't from me.
Yeah, well, we want them to know that.
Well, it has to be from one of our either our moderators or Google, I guess. I don't know. Barefoot Lass, I don't know, sweetie. Just keep posting. Keep moderating for us. Good morning.
Good morning, Mama C.
Good morning. I am so excited. I have been like over the moon for this for our guest today. I mean, absolutely over the moon. I've been watching her for quite a while now. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. Kimberly,
Yes, she is.
over 50. And really, I don't want to waste any more time.
No, I don't either.
I want to get right to it. I got questions. So I'm going
to welcome her.
Yes, everybody give a big, warm, Ann Lynn welcome to Kimberly of Pretty Over 50. Here she is. Oh,
Good morning, Kimberly.
Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning.
I want to thank you guys so much. This is so exciting for me. I hopped out of bed this morning because I was doing this, so I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
We are so glad that you're here today. We have a lot of questions. And first of all, I want everybody to go over after today's show and subscribe to Pretty Over 50 if you haven't done so already. And would you just tell us a little bit about your story, Kimberly, how you got started?
On YouTube?
Yeah. Or your life story. Anything you want to say?
I'll tell you exactly how I started, and it's not uncommon. I had never taken care of my skin or really focused on makeup my entire life. I was busy, like you gals are, raising kids and running a house and working and this sort of thing. It just was never a focus of my life. And long story short, the kids grew up, they moved away. I decided to go travel full time for 2 years, which I did.
Oh, wow.
I was in the Caribbean. I was in South America. I was having a blast, but I wasn't paying attention to my skin. No sunscreen. I was living on the, it's like, it was crazy. Finally, I got home, looked in the mirror, and couldn't believe what my skin looked like. I had really been floating on youth, for all the years. And I looked in the mirror and I thought, oh my gosh, who's that lady in the mirror? So I decided right then, I thought, I could do one of two things. I could either just continue on, and 2 years from now, I'm going to be 2 years older and my skin's going to probably look worse. Or I could just focus on my skin and see what happens. I had no clue if anything was going to work. I thought, I'm too old. I was 62 at the time. Wow. I'm 64 now. And the story is that I made the commitment that I was going to address my skin. It was going to have to be affordable because I didn't want there to be a cost barrier. Like if it worked, I didn't want to say, yeah, it works, but you need thousands of dollars to do it. Right. And I wanted it to be everything you could do at home. In other words, I don't do anything in a doctor's office. Everything that I do at home. And long story short, I'm about a little over a year and a half into it, and I've been stunned and amazed at how much you can impact your skin. So that's the story, and I just have been very, very consistent. It's all been super affordable. Everything I've done at home. I don't have any fillers or any Botox or anything like that. But that's the story.
Wow. Well, I found your channel because I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell a secret on myself. When I was about 40, because I'm 64 also. So, and Lynn, you're going to tell your age. Tell Kimberly your age.
I'm 69. I'll be 70 in October.
See, and you guys look fabulous.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you. Well, I have a confession about that too, but we'll do that later. When I was about, 40, like when things change, I have 3 daughters and I have 2 stepdaughters, 2 stepdaughters. We have 7 children. It's hard to keep track of everybody. And 14 grandchildren, because we have a big blended family. It's huge. But anyhow, when I was in my 40s, you start to know, I was telling my girls that when you get older, all these changes happen to you. Like at 30, this happened. At 40, I had to start wearing reading glasses, all this stuff. And then I started noting, I call them granny hairs, right? Put them on your chin. you know. And so it's like, okay, so you start tweezing, and then pretty soon you kind of go, oh my gosh, like what's this here? What's coming in here? And it's like your hair situation is like totally changes. And then especially after like 50 and you go through other bodily changes. So I started every once in a while, I would just take my razor and whack this off, you know. And I had, you know, girlfriends would go, and I told them, and they were like, it's going to come back in so heavy. And so even now, I mean, it never has in over 20 years, almost 25 years now. But so that really, I saw your video. So I was searching, do other women shave their faces, you know? And so I watched your video. And then, and I found other ladies too. And then I saw like over in Japan, they do that. I mean, I think quite a bit. And that's just part of their routine. But they do the whole, you know. And then you were talking about ladies going to spas to get the dermablation, you know. So I thought, oh, I'm okay with this, you know. And so I did go out and I bought, and Lynn wanted to talk about this too, the dermaplane tools. They really work, and it does not.
They do, huh?
It doesn't.
I haven't tried it yet.
You haven't tried it, but we found these little gizmos too. You know, the ones that go like this, and that kind of works too. Our mom is 90. She's in a nursing home, and she has one of these, and because we tell her, you know, because that as you get older, I don't know what it is about ladies. And then like my husband, I have to like, you know, you have to clean them up. The hair leaves the top and it goes in the ears and everywhere else.
It migrates. It's like it moves around.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Do you? And then like, I used to shave while I worked in an office for over 30 years. And so like from my ankles, like all the way up, you know, practically to your hips, you're shaving everywhere, right? Now it's just like I have a couple of strips on my legs, zip, zip, and that's it's gone. So, you know, it's wild how as we get older, our bodies, I mean, everything changes. And you've addressed a lot of that. And I just love your videos. And Lynn, you hop in here. I'm hogging it.
Oh no, I'm listening. But I have not purchased a dermaplane. But I know, Kimberly, you use one and you like it, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I just did right underneath my eyebrows this morning when I was putting my makeup on, because I noticed that I get the little soft hairs right under here, and it makes my eyeshadow not sit down very easily.
Yeah.
So I just keep my little. I use the Schick Silk. And I've also gotten another one from Yes Style that's really cool. It's like those old-fashioned razors that they would open up, and it hinges and closes up. They're just right on my makeup table, and I'll just do a little touch while I'm some things. Maybe I'll sit down to do my whole face maybe once a month, but usually it's just, you know, I'll notice something and do a little touch up before the makeup is on. Yeah.
Okay.
I think women need to know that it's okay. Don't you? I think that I found that. I mean, I have friends, and you go to the store and you see a lady with a mustache, and you think I'm so looking at people's teeth, and now I'm looking at lady. You know, that's kind of what I fixate on, I guess, when I go. But I think women just need to be told it's okay, ladies, to shave your face.
Yeah. And what I've noticed is that, and you know, I've been shaving my arms since I was in my early 30s. And I have very light hair because I'm naturally blonde. And it's just little peach fuzzy hair, and it grows back exactly like it was. It doesn't grow back any different. And I noticed the same thing on my face. The peach fuzz grows back like peach fuzz, and the little whiskery things, they grow back like little whiskery things, you know.
They do.
So it hasn't changed the dynamic or the texture of my hair. I have had comments from some people that said that they shaved and it came back, you know, heavier. And I think it must have to do with your genetics. And, so I tell people now, if you're concerned about it, take a little, choose a little area and do that and see what happens. But for me, it's such a wonderful way to exfoliate my skin, because even though I have a very comprehensive skincare routine, I still will dermaplane my face, and I'm stunned at how much dead skin cells fall off, and my skin is so much smoother. So it's just another pillar in keeping my skin fresh and bright that I use throughout the month. And it's just as important to me as my vitamin C or my tretinoin or my exfoliation once a week. So it's just another block in the wall of keeping my skin looking a little fresher.
Yes, I think it does. And your makeup definitely lays better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. Now, Kimberly, I've not really been a makeup person, not normally, just maybe a little here and there, and then I go. But I want to say, your video, I mean, you're going to think, boy, girl is like not even basic 101. That's how far back she is. She's like Stone Age. But I didn't. So today I did it differently. I put my, of course, I have to moisturize. I use a night cream 24/7. I've used it for years. I don't do a day cream. I just do a night cream. And I always put my concealer under my eyes first, then my makeup. And then of course it would melt away and it would get so I never thank you. You put your makeup on first, don't you? Then the concealer over. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Duh. Where have I been? But you were sharing about how you were in where the sun was for a couple of years. When I had a privilege, when I was in high school, we had a gentleman who owned a travel agency in our town, and he hired me part-time during my senior year, and then someone left. And so by the time I graduated, I was a full-time travel agent and got to travel. And so I'm very, very young at that point. And I got to go to Florida one time. Now we are talking 50 years ago or over. And that's about 20. When
you were about 20, right?
No, I actually started when I was 17, there. Yeah. And then turned 18 and stayed for 5 years and traveled. I was the only single person. So whenever Delta or Pan Am would say, who wants to go, it was always, I got to go. But I saw these people in Florida one time, and I saw how the sun had marred their skin to where they looked. I mean, the wrinkles were so deep. For a young person, you got to remember, a young person to see someone.
Probably in their 40s.
Yes. And so I always, that just made me stay. I've never been a sun person. I've stayed out of the sun is the most I can. And so I think that helped me, but still I have rosacea, and so I have a lot to cover up. I have the broken capillaries or whatever, the veins, they've broken. And to the point where if it's just my skin, my son one time said, Mom, what's going on there? So do you have any recommendations for women this age that have the capillaries that are broken and they're red?
I have a few suggestions just based on my experience. I personally don't have a lot of broken veins. I have a couple, and I don't have rosacea. If I did, this is what I would do to treat it. First of all, I know that the broken capillaries are fixable in a doctor's office.
Yes.
So if that's something that you want to do, or it's in your budget, it's an option that's available. If I was going to treat it at home, there's two things that I would do, two devices I would use. The first is a red light unit. And if you guys watch my channel, you'll know that I don't use the little facial red light units. Those to me are like training wheel units. Mm-hmm. I use a the bigger square ones that you actually can mount on your wall or the back of your door. And the reason I would use that is because that generates ATP in your skin, which is adenosine triphosphate, which is the spark of energy that helps your skin regenerate and really promotes collagen and elastin, but it also promotes good skin tone and good skin texture. So I have noticed a dramatic difference in my skin, in the redness and in the veining from using red light, just because it kind of turns back your body functioning to years, decades ago by adding that ATP, that adenosine triphosphate, which decreases as we grow older. That's why we see all these changes in our body, because it's no longer producing things in the volume that it was when we were younger. So I would definitely try that. And also a laser, an at-home laser like the Nira, you can put it on those spots and it's going to help lessen the appearance of them because of the impact that it has on your skin.
Yes.
Those are the two things. And then for cosmetically, rosacea is actually pretty easy to address in that all you want to do is you want to color correct before you put your foundation on. So rosacea you would put on green to cancel out that red and then put your foundation on. Every single morning I put peach corrector underneath my eyes because I have purple underneath my eyes. And then while I'm doing my eyeshadow and my face makeup, it's sinking in to my skin. And so when I put my corrector on, it covers it up a lot better. So color correction, I think, is something that some of us may not think about because it feels like a fussy thing or you have to be an expert to do it. It's not. It's just super, super easy. You simply look at the color wheel, and whatever color you're trying to address, you look at the opposite color on the color wheel, and that's exactly how you do it. So,
thank you.
Those are a couple of ideas for you.
That's really been a problem. Thank you.
I'll be writing this down for you, Lynn.
I know. Thank you. And the secretary. May I give a few shout outs? May I give a few?
Yes.
We have Snafu Snaps has joined us and said hello. And the girly, she is here. She's actually getting her hair done today, but she
jumped in. I'm glad.
Yeah, I know, but she's in. Yes. And let's see here. She did say that she does get microdermabrasion on a monthly basis. So I think she goes and has it done. The girly does.
Yeah, because she's
definitely yes.
She's mine. She's gonna be halfway to old age in April. She's gonna kill me.
Well,
she's gonna be 45. My baby's gonna be 45. Sorry to girly. I'm telling Anya.
Well, my son will be 44 in February. So.
I know. We said we're young. We have old.
Oh, the girly said shh, on my age.
I know. Hey,
you got caught.
Good
She's
morning.
She's listening in her ear, in her hearing aid.
Her hair done. Oh, Lynn, you told something. You're in more trouble than me. So, good morning, Florida Patriot. Now, one thing we wanted to really talk about, though, with you, Kimberly, was the Myo lift. Did you happen to have that close by you?
That's what I ran and got.
Oh, good. Would you talk about that? We did have some questions about that, and just tell us.
Let me start with microcurrent to begin with and what it does.
Okay.
The MyoLift is a microcurrent device. One of the most popular, well-known microcurrent device is the NuFace. A lot of people use a NuFace. The reason that using a microcurrent for more mature skin is so important is because of what it can do to lift and tone your face. Your face is the only place on your entire body where the muscle is attached to the skin. So if you can lift that muscle, excuse me, I got a little frog in my throat. If you can lift that muscle, you'll lift the skin along with it. So when you smile, everybody smile. See how your skin goes up because your cheeks go up. It's all attached. So that's why microcurrent is so effective on your face, because of that attachment. What a microcurrent does is it actually works out the muscles on your face and creates more. It's kind of like going to the gym. You know, if you do curls every 3 times a week for several months, you'll see that the muscles are different in your arms. Same thing with your face. Because we can't do lifts kind of like we can do with the rest of our body, although there is face yoga, which is effective. A microcurrent really gets in there and adjusts those muscles and stimulates them. I used the New Face for a long time and I loved it. But I started hearing about the MyoLift, and the reason I was so attracted to it is because you can use it with gloves, conductivity gloves.
Okay.
And I'm basically lazy, and I like things that are really easy and affordable. And I thought, well, if I get the microcurrent with the gloves, I'm not going to have to use conductivity gel like I do with my New Face, which is one less step and one less expense. So I actually started using this and really tested it for a few months. And what I have found is that although I love the New Face, and if you have the New Face out there, it's great. Don't worry about it. But for me, the MyoLift does a better treatment. In other words, it's more effective at lifting and tightening and toning. And after I did the introductory period, I did it about 3 times a week for about 5 or 6 weeks. Now I only do it once a week. I mean, and the treatment stays. So my laziness is served because now I only have to do this once a week. It takes me about 25 minutes to do a full treatment. I use the gloves with it, and I absolutely love it. There is a different type of current in the MyoLift than there is in the New Face. And for me, for my face, it's much, much more effective. In addition, I can't believe how handy this thing is, particularly for the price. In addition, it comes with these little attachments that you can use with the machine, and you literally, this sticks on your face, right here, this goes around your eyes, and you plug it into the machine, and you sit there for 30 minutes and do nothing. You can watch TV or a YouTube video, and it treats your face. So
do you feel something? Do you feel something?
It feels like a little, only if you really pay attention, like a little, tingle or something like that on your skin. But with true microcurrent, you really shouldn't feel it. If you feel it, if it starts jumping your muscles, you need to turn it down, because that actually goes in the opposite direction. If your muscles are jumping, you're losing BP. You want to make sure that you're not feeling it. And you will build up a tolerance over time. And with the MyoLift, you can adjust not only the time setting, but the intensity. So your muscles develop a tolerance, and you can up the intensity over time. But I love it. And I test so many machines. And there's just very, very few that I have found that I think are effective and affordable. There's just a lot of needless products in the skincare industry, because companies know that they can make a lot of claims. People get their hopes up and then they'll buy it. It's kind of a cash grab in a way. So I'm very, very, first of all, I test a lot of stuff, and it really has to meet some criteria for me to say, okay, this is worth it. This is good. So if you have any specific questions about the MyoLift, I'm happy to try to answer them as best as I can.
Okay. Well, I know Kimberly was really interested in that, and so she's watched your video about that, so I don't know if she has any more questions. if she can hey guys, put your questions in the chat. If you do have any questions for Kimberly, do that right now so we can answer your questions. And so I have another one for you. What do you do about, I have one pore right here that I can never get closed. Right there. It is so aggravating. So I do buy pore filler. And so I'll put that in there, and then I'll put on my foundation, over, and it covers it pretty well. But then sometime during the middle of the day, I'll look in the mirror and that daggone pore. And I don't know that other people notice it as much as, of course, that I do. But it's just one, Kimberly. I don't suggestions other than the pore filler. I mean, I do the hot.
You're doing the exact right thing.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with pores, and believe it or not, this was surprising to me to find out. Enlarged pores are really a result of sun damage. Who knew? And
right.
There's really not much you can do about them. I don't have enlarged pores, but I have friends, and I know other people that do, that have very, very good skincare routines. There's just really not much more you can do about it. Using a pore filling primer like the Elf Putty primer or the Tatcha or
the Elf, that's what I have. I love that Elf pore thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about all you can do. And there are foundations that seem to be pore filling better than others. So, and that seems to be just personal experience. You kind of have to poke around and find which one's going to work for you. But you know what? No one's noticing that pore. They're noticing your beautiful smile. So
that's what I kind of figure. I mean, I know, we really pick on ourselves that way. But another problem that I do have is, as I've gotten older, well, back in the 60s and 70s, when you're growing up, when I was growing up, my eyebrows were real thick because I'm a true redhead. I had real red hair, and my eyebrows were very thick. Well, the style then was to tweeze them to be real thin. So then, you do that. Okay, now you get 50, 60, they start turning gray, for one thing. And then the other thing is there are no eyebrows. They're just like all you get, because I think we've tweezed them as teenagers.
Right there.
Now that's just a little bit here. So everything else I have to, there's like over here, I have like no eyebrow. And I really never noticed so much of this going on with my face until I had cataract surgery. Gosh, Lynn, it's been over a year and a half going on.
Oh, yes.
2 years now.
2 years.
And so after I wore glasses, I wore contacts for forever. But then I got to the point where I just went back to glasses the last 10 years or so. And so I don't think I never really noticed all those changes from late 50s to like now. And so I had the cataract surgery done, and I was at my last appointment with my eye doctor, and I said, geez, do you see these? I had huge bags. They were, on the top, you couldn't hardly see my eyes. My eyelids, it was right down on my eye, right on my eyelashes. And so I said, do you think that I could do something with this medically? Does that qualify for a medical, So anyhow, long story, she referred me to a plastic surgeon, and my medical insurance said, go for it. And they did a forehead lift.
Yes. Yeah.
And that pulled everything up now where my eyebrows are up back, because I had that caveman thing going, Then after that, the plan 2 on this was to get my eyelids done, which I did have my eyelids done. This one here, this one is not as good as this one. This one, to me, I love this one, right? So now I'm noticing I have no eyebrows. So I know it's pretty radical, and I don't know that I'd ever do this, but have you ever heard of any women having their eyebrows tattooed on?
Oh yeah. I lived in California most of my life. Everybody, a lot of people have their eyebrows tattooed, but I have a better suggestion for you to try.
Okay.
All right.
If you're interested.
Yes.
Okay.
My writing.
So we all know that there's, gosh, I've got such a frog, you guys, sorry. We all know that there's eyelash growth serum. And have you heard of Latisse? Well, Latisse is a prescription-only eyelash growth serum. And how they found out about Latisse is that they were treating patients with an eye issue, I think it was glaucoma. And what they noticed about the patients is that their eyelashes were getting really, really long and thick as a result of this glaucoma treatment. They were able to identify the peptide complex that was creating that effect in these patients, and they repackaged it to a cosmetic product called Latisse.
Can you spell that for me?
Well, Latisse.
Okay.
And so Latisse, and I don't remember the exact name, the pharmaceutical name of the ingredient that they identified, but it is a peptide complex. Now, Latisse has the patent on that particular peptide complex for, I believe, years. So Latisse is expensive, and you have to get a prescription through a doctor. However, what the market has found out, because Latisse was wildly successful, it's made the company billions of dollars, right? What other companies who wanted to use that peptide complex found out is that if you just create a strong peptide complex, even without that particular ingredient, it does enhance the growth of hair. And even though you can't get the formula that's in Latisse non-prescription, what you can get are other products that have that strong peptide complex that will enhance the growth of your eyelashes and eyebrows. And what I did is, once I researched this, and I knew about Latisse, 20 years ago or however long, I went on to Amazon and I just bought one of the eyelash growth serums, and they come in a long little tube, and they have like an eyeliner tip on it. It's an eyeliner tip. I just bought one that had, good star reviews. I knew that it didn't include the ingredients that Latisse has, but it would include a peptide complex that would impact my eyelashes. And you know what? It worked. And here's the interesting thing, is that there is a lot being done with that whole peptide issue, that you can buy a lot of these lash growth serums, and they will impact your eyelashes in a positive way. What I would do is I would just put it on your brow right up here and do it for 6 to 8 weeks, twice a day. You don't have to go buy the Latisse. It'll be off label in a couple of years once the patent expires.
Okay.
But you really will see a difference. My eyelashes, can you guys see my eyelashes?
Yeah, they're
beautiful. Yes, and your beautiful eyebrows.
That's from the inexpensive lash growth serum I bought from Amazon. I'm telling you, I don't think it was $20.
Do you happen to know what brand it was, or?
I don't.
Okay. I'm
going to be doing a video on the channel.
Okay.
Talking about how you really can impact the growth of your eyelashes and eyebrows without getting the more expensive Latisse.
Okay, I'll be watching for that, but I'll go on Amazon as soon as we get off.
Yeah.
Yes.
It never dawned on me, because eyelash serum, it never dawned on me. That is fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now, Lynn, do you have anything?
Well, I was just going to say, I was never really instructed how to pluck my eyebrows as a young person.
No, we just did them. Right? We just did them.
Well, I think we plucked from the top, and you're only supposed to pluck from the bottom. Is that right? And
I think it just depends on your eyebrows. I know people who have very heavy eyebrows, they have to pluck at the top.
And right here over, there's nothing on both sides now. Of course, that's an age thing too. I mean, as far as right into here.
Mine are thinner too, but I know that, they're filling in with that serum.
Oh, they're beautiful. Absolutely.
Lynn, you need to order some too. We both need to order.
I know.
I mean,
I have a tip for you guys. It's so important. Whatever you do, whether it's eyelash growth serum or a new facial serum or a treatment, always, always, always take before and after pictures. Because so often I'll do something and I'll think this is not making an impact on my skin, or this is the changes it's making. And I'll go back and compare the pictures and I'm completely wrong. Because our perceptions, because we see our face every day, is different than reality. For instance, with the Nira, the little at-home laser I use, I thought it was really lifting my eyelids. I thought, oh, this is great. It's lifting my eyelids. Well, when I looked at the pictures 8 weeks in, no, it hadn't lifted my eyelids at all, but it had really impacted my nasolabial folds and my marionette lines. I wasn't looking for that result, so I didn't notice it during the course of doing it. But when I compared the pictures, completely different story. So make sure that you take pictures of your eyebrow and your eyelashes, and you'll be surprised at the difference.
I will do that. And I did take pictures of myself before and after my surgeries. And, I mean, I see a difference in myself. And, but now what I noticed is the bags I never noticed those before until after I had my eyelids done. Now they could have been there before, but and now I know if I don't get enough sleep, I just look terrible in the morning. So what's a good suggestion for the bags under your eyes?
Well, that's such a good question, because I have tremendous bags under my eyes regularly if I don't take care of them. And what I found out based on my research is that when you have that puffy bag that protrudes and it looks like if you tap it, it looks like it's filled with fluid.
Yep.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Yep. Right. Yep.
That is a systemic issue within your body. In other words, there's nothing that you can put on your skin or makeup that you can use that will solve that problem. What that is inflammation. And in addition, it is a result of something called leaky gut. And I hate that name. You guys know that.
Oh no, I watched your videos about that, and I do have gut issues.
Yeah. And so what it's from, and unfortunately, it is from the quality of our food these days, particularly our grown food. There are so many chemicals, and the glyphosate, which is Roundup, that is systemic in the soil now. Our bodies are not meant to tolerate that, and they are toxins to our bodies. And what happens is that we have a systemic inflammation throughout our body from ingesting these foods that are filled with chemicals, specifically glyphosate. And if you guys go back to if you guys go back to the very beginning of my channel, and if you go there, if you just scroll all the way down and look at the very first videos I did, you will notice that my under eyes were a lot puffier. They're puffy this morning because it's really early for me. So it's like
I know we woke you up very early.
So getting rid of that systemic gut health issue, or treating the gut health issue, is what's going to really take down that puffiness. I had such a bad case, and I show a picture in one of my under eye bag videos, and you guys can see it was just really terrible, and it was from my diet. And what happened is I met a nutritionist. She was kind of a big deal. She'd written a lot of books. She did a lot of consultations. And I said, I'm really fat. What do I do? And she said, you're not fat. You're inflamed. And I said, okay, I like that even better. Inflamed sounds easier to treat than fat. And I said, what do I do? And she said, eat organic and take Restore. So I never really jumped on the organic bandwagon. I don't buy any fruits or vegetables that are not organic.
Okay.
And I take Restore. And what Restore is it is a supplement, a lot like a probiotic, but it has done more to reduce the systemic inflammation in my body than anything I've used. Now, when I start talking about a supplement, people roll their eyes and they think, "Oh no, here goes someone trying to sell supplements or vitamins." Don't listen to me. Go Google Zach Bush, Zach Bush, Bush, here on YouTube. He's got a gazillion videos and he's brilliant. He is a medical doctor that is now focusing on the microbiome of the soil and regenerating the earth, foods that are healthful and free of the chemicals and the glyphosates and all the other things that are giving us all these issues that have to do with joint pain, inflammation, malaise, all types of syndromes that our bodies just aren't functioning properly because of what we've been ingesting. So he's the one that came up with Restore, and I've used Restore ever since that nutritionist told me about it. My under eye bags are so much less, and my overall, I used to have a really swollen knee if I did any extensive hiking or any kind of working out. I had one knee that would turn into like a size of a melon.
Yeah.
That knee is so much better now. My joints, when my mother and grandmother were my age, even before, they both had debilitating arthritis in their fingers. My hands are like when I was in my 30s. And it all has to do with what we're putting into our bodies. And that Restore really helps to mitigate that chemical reaction. Now, here's one thing you're going to notice if you start taking Restore.
Okay.
You're going to run to the bathroom every 5 minutes because all that inflammation, it makes you puffy and you retain water and you retain all those chemicals in your body. With the Restore, it starts flushing out. So that's why you're running to the bathroom 5 minutes.
Is that Restore the supplement that is made with the vegetables and fruits that are real and dehydrated? No. Okay.
No, it actually, here's my understanding. And Zach Bush is, he's so far over my head. The man's brilliant. It is the minerals that is found in very, very old soil that has not been, filled with chemicals. It's the original nutrients and minerals that are in. Picks up all that systemic inflammation in your body. It really starts to counteract that. Now, it's not going to work if you're going to keep eating Twinkies and
junk,
that sort of thing, which I don't. My diet is really, really clean now, and I think it's made a big difference just in how I feel. I'm much more interested. Doing skincare and makeup is great. It's great to look better and to look fresher. But if you don't feel good, what's the point?
Yes,
that's true.
If you're healthy, if your body is healthy, your skin looks healthier. If your body's healthy, your energy is up and you're perky and you're smiling and you're ready to go. If you don't feel good, it doesn't matter how great your makeup looks. It's, what's the point?
True. That's
very true.
Mm-hmm.
It starts within, doesn't it? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just wonder if that Restore would help with arthritis then.
Oh gosh, yes.
Right? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, gosh, yes.
Okay.
Now, here's let me go get the bottle. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Isn't this a great conversation today?
Oh, wonderful. And I do want to say, Deb from above, Debbie has joined us.
Good
morning. We're so
glad.
Good morning. Good morning.
It is so wonderful.
Okay.
And 40.
So here's a bottle of Restore.
Oh.
I think I have seen this before.
Yeah.
But I want to let you know that they've rebranded, and I keep forgetting. I think it's Ion Biome or something like that. But if you just Google Restore, you'll find it. You can get it in this big bottle. I buy the big bottle now, and I started out with just a small bottle because I wasn't sure, if I was going to like it. And so what I do is I just pour some of the big bottle into the little bottle. This stays right by my coffee. I take 1 teaspoon of this every morning with my vitamin D. Everybody's got to be taking their vitamin D.
I am.
Yeah. And it tastes like water. It tastes like nothing.
Okay.
But I can tell you that this is my experience. When this whole kerfluffle thing, with the virus started a year ago, I ran out of Restore, and we were all locked in our houses and la la la.
Right.
Anyway, I didn't reorder in time, and I was without it for about 6 weeks. What I noticed is that the bag on this eye is worse than the bag on this eye. This bag was hanging over my cheek. I mean, that's what a difference it was. So, unfortunately, we can eat as well as possible, but even our organic foods now are being grown in soil that has been contaminated.
Oh, yes.
So
that's true.
I continue to use this because of this.
Yes.
Yes,
I have that.
And
too.
I
have that too. Yeah. Bad.
So that's my, I'm not affiliated with Restore. They don't even know who I am. So I can just tell you that it really has worked for me for the under eye bags.
We have a question, and from Florida Patriot 71. She asks, she said she's on fluid meds for congestive heart failure. Can she still use that? She's literally dried out from the meds that she is on.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a doctor. No. I'm not your doctor. I don't see why not. This is not a prescription item. This is nutrients and minerals. So here's the best suggestion. If you're thinking about using this, but you're not convinced, go over to my channel and look up the ones where it's puffy under eye bags and read the comments. Because I've had so many people say, oh my gosh, I bought that and this is what happened. People, it's like it's remarkable the difference that this has made for some people, and it's treated different issues. So you might find someone in the comments there that has a condition or an issue similar to yours, and you can find out what's happening to them.
Right.
Or if nothing else, she could ask her doctor.
Right.
Clearly,
so you could
probably be a good idea to make sure it doesn't conflict with any of your medications there, Florida. But great question. And we have
and you could. I'd suggest just print off the ingredients, what the makeup is of it, and take that sheet to your doctor and say, here's Restore. Would you read about it? And they'll give you, their opinion of it. Of course, who's to say what it will be? But if he can't find anything that'll hurt you, but I would go that way too. And like Kimberly said, read the comments, find if anyone has the same condition that you're going through now. And then tell him about it. Tell him.
And there was a question. Can we get that on Amazon?
Yeah, actually you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
I've actually found that I think it's iHerb, IHERB, iHerb. I think that they have as good prices or better than Amazon. So I would check all of them.
Okay.
I would check this. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had kind of a comment, but question. Deb from above said, years ago, she was submerged in a mud volleyball pit. And she said, dumb, but I dried out with mud all over. And then she jumped in a pool, and she said she had incredible change in her skin. So have you heard of mud baths before? People pay money for those things. I mean, a lot of people pay.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that, Kimberly? A mud spa?
I haven't done a mud spa, but here's the science behind that. Because of the nutrients and the minerals in that mud, that's what really changes your skin. I actually had a similar experience, only it wasn't mud, it was water. And it was a lake called Bacalar in the Yucatan. And bacalar is this huge bathtub temperature lake that is filled with minerals. And the base of bacalar is like powdered sugar. You know, the sand and the minerals are so soft and sweet. And I spent the day swimming in bacalar. I was snorkeling. I was out on a boat doing a little cruise. I'll tell you what, my skin and my hair after that was incredible, because all those minerals sink into your body and into your hair and just make such a difference. So anything like that, and also mud draws toxins out of your skin. That's why people use like the mud facial.
Mud facial.
It draws the toxins out of your skin, so that will really help. And you'll notice, let's say, you can get these mud treatments. And for instance, I have very girly legs, and what I mean by that is that they're very full. And if and I have cellulite because my legs are full. If you put that mud, that cosmetic mud on your legs, you'll see that the cellulite is really diminished after you take it off, because it soaked out the toxins and a lot of the fluids in your system. So those are really good.
That is neat. That is something neat. I'm going to start doing is exfoliate. I have not done that, Kimberly. So I am going to start. Now I have sensitive skin. I've been married 44 years, but I only wear a ring if we're going out, because that's about as long as I can take jewelry. And I have like two pairs of earrings that I can wear for a certain amount of time. I love jewelry. I enjoy it. But
you're allergic, aren't you?
Yes, just highly, yes. So I should just start out with something very gentle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you might. The Ordinary has a lactic acid that you might try.
Okay.
The Pixie by Petra, it's a line, has they have a glow tonic. I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but that would be something that after you cleanse your face, you just take a cotton ball, wet it, and use the glow tonic. Paula's Choice has an AHA leave-on. What I would suggest with sensitive skin, you're never going to know if it's going to be salicylic acid or hydroxy acid. What's going to work for you? Just do a little spot test and then move forward from there. But exfoliation, I wish that when I started my anti-aging skincare routine, I wish that I had just exfoliated and washed my face and used sunscreen for the first 6 to 8 weeks. Because what I did is I bought a lot of stuff, started throwing it on my face, and it was probably useless because I had so much dead skin.
Yes, I heard you say.
Yeah, that really getting off that dead skin to begin with before you even start with any serums or tretinoin or anything like that, I think is crucial. First of all, you're going to save yourself a lot of money. Second of all, you're going to have a much better result. So getting that skin off first, and then you can really start treating that new fresh skin with the serums and moisturizers and that sort of thing.
Okay. And what is a toner then? I mean, I've not used toner since I was probably real young. Is that?
I don't know. A toner is another skincare item that they are marketing that is, they say it's something you need. They say it balances the pH in your skin.
Okay.
I really feel like a toner is a necessary thing. I think it's just another product.
Okay.
However, some of the toners have acids in them, and the one from Pixie does. That's why I think it's the Pixie Glow Tonic. The only thing in there that I think would really be an active ingredient that is going to impact your skin is I think it's salicylic acid in that particular toner, that it will be very gentle and start helping your skin to exfoliate.
Well, isn't witch hazel? We always were told, use witch hazel as a toner, as a teenager in 20s.
Yes.
So, I mean, did you use witch hazel? That's pretty, no.
And to be honest
Okay.
with you, I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I know
Yes.
it's cheap, and we were that was one of the things. Just after you wash your face real good and warm, and then cool, and then put your witch hazel on there.
Yes.
I know, ladies, it's so different now. When we were younger, it was wash your face
Oh,
with Noxzema and go to bed.
Yeah.
I started to say Noxzema. Yes.
Oh yeah, we had Noxzema. Barefoot Lass asks, "What is the best tip for large pores?" We talked about that earlier, but Kimberly, could you go over that again?
Unfortunately, large pores, again, are a result of sun damage, which is surprising to me. And there's really not much that can be done. I mean, they're enlarged and they're probably going to stay enlarged. The only thing that I would suggest if I had enlarged pores, I would just make sure that my skin itself was really healthy and really taken care of. Because if your skin is bright and glowing, your large pores are going to, they're going to be irrelevant. And like we said earlier, using a pore filling primer like the e.l.f. Putty Primer, the Tatcha Primer. There's another one, Hard Candy has a nice pore filling primer that I really like. It is more moisturizing than the e.l.f. So those are things that you can do. The large pores are probably not ever going to change diameter wise, but you can change the tone and texture of your skin, which is going to make them look diminished.
And I do use Barefoot Lass. They have ELF, ELF, and it's Walmart has it. You can get it online too, but it's great. It's just like $6 for a little thing, and that lasts forever. And I do like that very well.
Speaking of lasting forever, how long should we keep our makeups? Do you have a general? Because
Especially
I think I have
mascara.
Well, that I'm real careful. I don't have any on today, but I'm real careful about my mascaras. I know that. I've had a lot of surgery on my eyes, so I don't wear a lot of mascara. But what about our brushes and things like that? I mean, should I be more diligent in the makeup I use and the eyeshadows? And how about my brushes, Kimberly?
That's such a good question, and I probably have a little different take on it than other people. Clearly washing your brushes is a good thing. Clearly keeping an eye on the expiration date for your mascaras and your other makeups are a good thing. Most of the products will come and they'll tell you keep it for 3 months or 6 months or this sort of thing. But when someone starts talking to me about being super diligent about their makeup, I have one answer for them: lip gloss. We unscrew the lip gloss, we put it on our lips where there's bacteria everywhere, we stick it back into the tube and throw it back in our purse, and nobody's died from their lip gloss yet.
That's
okay.
True. I brought mine.
So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, you definitely want, to just use basic, good common sense hygiene. I don't think that we need to stress about it. Nobody's died from their lip gloss yet. So.
No, thank you.
What a great example.
Yeah.
Okay. So I watched the video. Okay. The neck hump. I have one.
Oh yeah. I know.
Oh, it's like you said, one day I looked at myself and I'm like, you go, oh, who's the old woman looking back at me? The next time you go, who's the hunchback in the mirror?
You know what, the most surprising thing, and that's exactly how I saw it. I did a video, a vlog where I was cleaning out my bathroom. Exciting, right? And I saw myself from the back and I thought, how did my grandmother get in this video? And it was hunched over, and that whole neck thing. And here's the interesting thing, ladies. I always thought, and we all have girlfriends or great aunts or grandmothers that have that pad back there. Yeah. And it's actually fat. Yeah. And I thought that just happens as you age. It is just a part of aging. I've seen every older woman I know has it. That's just what happens. It's not. What happens is because we have that forward head motion, And, people say it's worse now because of computers. I don't agree with that.
Okay.
100 years ago, you were in the garden picking vegetables. You were still hunched over.
Looking over.
You
Right.
were over the stove. You were still hunched over. Everybody's saying it's, phone neck or computer neck. No, we've always been looking at things as humans, whether, it's electronics or it's, over the wood stove out in Pioneer Land. What happens is because of that forward head posture and that exposure of the neck, your body's very smart. It notices that neck area is being exposed and it lays down fat to protect it. It is just a response from your body to keep you safe. So as you start standing up straighter, lifting your head, keeping your shoulders back, and not having that forward head posture, that fat starts to dissipate because it's no longer necessary to keep your spine safe.
Oh.
So we just got to sit up straighter.
And look up.
Well,
and could you tell the story about what our mother said?
Well, because I said, Mom, what do you do about, this neck skin here?
The neck thing.
The neck thing. What do we do? Because it's like, you get the gooseneck, and our mom said, well, if you keep your head up, just look up, it goes away. You know what I mean?
It's like, how do we walk, Mother?
She's like, she's like probably 87 then. And she just said, keep your head up.
We will say this when I go, you're right, because when I tend to go into, say, a Goodwill or anywhere, it doesn't matter, Walmart, I always, if cameraman's with me, I'll say,
her husband,
make sure you,
your husband,
make sure you look on the top shelves, because, we tend not to look up on those top shelves. And so, sometimes the goodies are up, they're up high. So I know, I purposely have to make myself to remember to look up and look on those top shelves.
Mm-hmm.
So, because we tend to look down. I think we tend to look more down than even straight, because you're kind of, especially as you're older, you're watching the floor more, because you don't want to stumble or fall. So, anyway, that's my thing. Just look up, look on those top shelves.
That's what our mom said. Just look up. It goes away. And we're like, okay,
but Mom, we can't walk.
I know we can't walk and see, but we'll keep looking up. Okay. But that is an issue. That is an issue here too, is the neck and the décolleté and all that really getting, you have, what kind of cream do you recommend for that area?
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys in just a minute. I'm going to let you to do some housekeeping because I have to run to the ladies' room.
Okay. We'll continue.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyhow, so we've been, we got to address this area of our face, don't we, Lynn? But it was hilarious when our mom.
And I know as I lose weight, as I lose weight, it tends to gobble more, unfortunately. It's not a great incentive, right?
Yes.
But then I think if I'd continue, it would sort of pull more tight and go away again. Yeah. Oh, I tell you what, Snafu is just acting up in the house today.
Snafu's acting up.
I'm so glad to see he's just bringing a lot of laughs today.
I love my Snafu.
You know what Snafu said the best? You know what he said? The best tip for large pores? Can you grow a beard?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, I'm telling you what. Goodness.
Silly. We got a silly in the house today. We love him.
Well, we're so glad he's happy, and we're so glad.
Yes.
Okay, so Lynn, I want to know, why do you call your husband cameraman?
Well, he was our cameraman.
He was our cameraman for a while. When we did our skits, we did a lot of skits, and we needed somebody to run the camera.
So, and we lived about 5 minutes apart. Now we live about
10 hours.
About 10 hours apart.
You guys miss each other.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hard, but it was we got, my husband, we all got caught up in that job loss during last year, and so almost like 9 months he was home, actively, reaching out. He's in management. So it was kind of hard, as an upper
Yes.
management type person so then an opportunity came up here in New York. So here we are. So I get asked all the time, what do you do all day? Because you're home alone. You moved here. You don't know anybody. Why'd you move here? When I go to the beautician, why did you move here? And, because I said, we're just here from wherever. And, well, what do you do all day? So then that's the loaded question, because I am busy with the YouTube channel all
day.
week. Because I'm out searching and, and doing research and all kinds of stuff for our channel. So anyhow, I do get to share that once in a while.
Well, Kimberly, every day, Monday through Friday, she puts out God's promises for you. And so that's on here every week morning, but it takes her about an hour to actually, she's our editor, and she just puts the whole package. Everything you see is Ann. Well, so that is a blessing.
So anyhow, yeah. So anyhow, it is funny, but we're just trying to, our channel is all about, promoting good stuff, being happy, and trying to get through this life. There's a lot of changes, and we don't know what's going to happen. And from day to day, things lately have been changing, and you have to adapt to it. And so
that's right. And we're aware of everything going on. We keep up with current news and everything that's going on, but we think that people need to unplug for just a few moments and just kind of calm down and unplug from the news. And maybe if we can bring some joy in their lives, and just, even if it's a little silliness with our mama, she just loves to come and be a part of the show. And so, that's kind of what we are. We're just two sisters that want to bring a little bit of joy into people's lives, because that's what we need right now. We need a smile. We need some laughter in our hearts, don't we, Kimberly?
We do. And I'll tell you, I am so I'm trying to say this the right way. I'm just so ready to be lighthearted and happy again.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are too.
It's been a stressful year.
Very much so.
It is.
But the guests that we've had, they have something to bring. That's they just really encourage us, and you have really helped us and really given us some great information this morning, hasn't she, Ann? Absolutely. I mean, things that I need to do. I've been so lax in my beauty, and the outward beauty, and then the inward, the nutrition. I'm currently trying to lose a lot of weight without having surgery. And I believe I can do that. And you've really helped me today about the organic foods and how important they are. And I know they would fill you up even more, because they have more nutrition in them. Should have, correct?
Yeah, it's true. They do. And it's just here. Okay, here's a little something I'll share. I don't eat sugar anymore, and I don't eat white flour, and I don't eat, I don't eat a lot of things that I used to eat.
Yes.
Every now and then, and I'll particularly use it when someone comes to visit. I'll use the excuse, well, I'm just going to eat whatever I want because, so-and-so's here and we're having fun together,
Yeah, absolutely.
Because and trust me, you guys, Haagen-Dazs ice cream and I are like this, So it's not like I gave up sugar because I have this high moral ground. It's like I love my sugar. I love my, cinnamon rolls. For me, butter, flour, sugar. I mean, it's the holy trinity right there. Yeah. But I just have decided that I need not to have those things in my diet, because I just feel better when I don't. Whenever I go out and cheat, I'll eat a hamburger with the bun, or I'll have some ice cream, or I'll have candy. I'm telling you, because my body because I've been so clean, I feel it the next day. And it's
Yes.
it's like a food hangover. And I think that it's been such a, when we look at our grandparents, because we're all pretty much the same age, my grandmother had a garden all her life.
Mhm.
She grew vegetables herself. That's what I was raised on, is that we were raised on different foods than we're getting now.
Yes.
And all this boxed food, all these produced foods that aren't, and I'll say to someone, what you're eating is not food. There's no food in that. It has
That's
been
right. That's right.
such a slow progression to where our diet is consisting of almost nothing that's good for us. And I think that, as well as we're taking back our power in other areas of our lives, we need to take back our power in how we feed our bodies too.
Yes.
I believe that.
Yes. And I agree. I agree about, my husband and I both are type 2 diabetics, so we do not eat real sugar,
Mhm.
other than I do use Truvia,
Mhm.
and because we have to have, I just have to have something sweet.
Yeah, I use the stevia.
Yes.
Forgetting the name, and I get it off of Amazon. I think it's called Sweet Leaf, and it's the one that I found that for me doesn't have the aftertaste, because I'm like you, Ann. I like my sweets.
I do.
I like my sweets, and if I can get that sweet flavor without the sugar, I'm happy.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah. I haven't eaten. I mean, if I do eat real sugar, I can tell.
Mhm.
And every day we take our readings, and when you eat when you're not supposed to eat, you see it in your blood reading the next morning.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
and boy, I'm telling a lot about myself today. And I have a hiatal hernia that when I overeat, I am miserable. I mean, it's oh,
Yeah.
yes. And I can't sleep, and I do sleep. We have those beds, that go up and down. So I have to sleep higher every night. That does help me. I can't
Yes,
sleep
I
flat
do too.
anymore.
Mhm.
I love sleeping on my stomach, but I just can't do it, anymore. So I have to sleep upright. There was one other thing that I did watch your video, and this is me drinking with a straw. Drinking.
Yes. She does drink with a straw.
Okay, and so we had an aunt. Lynn and I had an aunt, Aunt Thel, and when she got old, she was a smoker, right? So she smoked all the time. When she got older, she had the lines here, and in the last few years, I look in the mirror and I have the lines. And it's like I could never make that connection. Why? I never smoked. I'm not a smoker, but I had Aunt Thel's smoking lines, and they're really deep, right? You can't see them. I hope you can't see them so much right now. But yeah, and I am a straw. I love, straw. I got to have a straw. And how do you break that habit? I've got a mason jar with all different sizes straws in it. So how do you break that other than throw your straws out? I guess, is that it?
I don't know. I suppose I would decide, if it made me that happy and I didn't want to give it up. If you want to treat these lines, derma rolling really, really helps. And you can just get a derma roller off Amazon for $20 and
I have one of these, the little pokey, like little metal pokes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that my plastic surgeon, I had to do that across my scar. Oh, buddy, it does hurt. It did hurt because it's little tiny needles, but that will do that here. I never thought about that.
It actually is surprisingly effective.
He told me not to. And jokingly, the last time I saw him, he jokingly said, "Now don't use that all over your face. I won't recognize you ever again." Because I said, "What?" He goes, "Oh, it'll just make you look, 20 years younger." And then
it really will, because what happens is those little needles, when they go into the skin, that signals your skin that there's a problem there. So they send extra collagen and elastin to those little that damage. And even I use an electric doctor pen now, which is kind of like derma rolling on steroids. But even just a little $20 derma rollers you can get off of Amazon, they will be remarkably effective in fine lines and wrinkles on your face. And take pictures 6 months down the road, you'll be stunned.
Well, I guess I'll have to dig it out and start using it here.
Get a fresh one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because you do have to wash it off, Now, I will say this. I do have a little scar. Well, I always will. It's right because he cut me from here to here, and I was awake when they did that because they literally peel, they and peel your skin away. They peel this right along here, and they peeled. Well, there you can see my scar still because it's still there. But anyhow, like that, and I was awake, and a couple of times, woo! He goes, and then they come over and shoot you up some more because I felt it. But they peel your skin down, and he cut it off, and then him and the cert, they put it back together. I didn't know I was going to be awake.
No.
He didn't. Maybe you wouldn't have done it, huh?
Yeah, and I am still numb. My whole head, the top of my head was totally no feeling at all for about 6 months. And it's still numb. My eyelids are still numb. When I put mascara and stuff on, it's numb. But I have feeling, but it's numb. So they said it may never come back. I guess he told me, what did he tell me, Lynn? That I was a numbskull? No. What did he say?
I can't.
Yeah, numb. Because I was
numbskull. Also, she has to be careful because she can hit the top of her head and she doesn't feel it.
Yeah, it's better. I was whacking myself at home, and Lynn was there in the kitchen one day, and I guess I hit my. She goes, and I heard but I said, what? She goes, you hit your head. I said, well, I never felt it. But I am all for, if you can afford anything. I said, if I ever hit the lottery, I'm taking all my girls and Lynn, and we're going to get everything tucked and sucked and pulled and put back. I am for it. I am all. And if I have, I was blessed that my insurance did my head. I had to do my eye. But, if I get more money, big check, I'm getting everything. We're going, Lynn. We're going.
All right. And that sounds good.
I am all for it.
We're going to go out. Hey, how about we go out to Kimberly's and we meet in somewhere and she can give us a good makeover.
Yes.
We're learning to do our own makeovers, Kimberly. Thank you very much. Like you said, it's from the inside. What we put in, it's a heart. It's even your heart. It's your attitude.
Drink lots
I see. If you notice, I always try to keep a smile. And it's because I don't want all those frown lines. And when I meet people in the store, like this, all I want to do, no, but you could, until last year, you could see. And I just think, just smile. So what if people think you're crazy? Just smile. And you'll look 10 years younger, right? Just smile.
Well, and you can tell.
I am going to have some dental work done coming up and I'm going to have a little bit of my space is going to be minimalized. So I'm real happy about that.
Yeah.
Our mother is British. Her grandfather was from Britain. So I kind of have the Elton John and the old British smile. Madonna. Well, I don't know if she's British, but well, Kimberly, it's been wonderful.
Look at my nose. Look at my
nose. Yay.
I have written. Oh no! Wait, I found something else. I found
all right.
Crepey skin. Crepey skin. Oh.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Crepey skin everywhere. I just drink lots of water and hydrate and
Nothing.
Cream?
No, actually, you really can impact crepey skin, and it's a lot easier than it looks.
Okay.
It's the same when it comes to anti-aging. I'm going to sound like a broken record. It's collagen and elastin, collagen and elastin, collagen and elastin. The reason we have that crepey skin here, can I get it in the picture? On our upper arms, like when you turn your arm and it's like all looks like crazy.
It's awful.
It's just a loss of collagen and elastin, and you can have that really, really easily.
Lynn, excuse me, Lynn, is your phone ringing? Somebody's phone's ringing, vibrating. It's over now. It quit. Okay.
Actually, I had for 3 months on Facebook a group, and it was called the Wobbly Winter Skincare Club. And what we did is we addressed those wobbly parts of our body where our skin was not tight anymore. And it's just the same as everything else. First of all, derma rolling will really, really help with that. And you can derma roll any parts of your body. And we were derma rolling down our neck, our décolleté, our arms, that wobbly part in our arms, our thighs, our stomach. You will be shocked and surprised at how you can impact the firmness of your skin through derma rolling. I'm not kidding you one little bit. And if you have a red light unit, like when I derma roll and I go sit right in front of my red light unit. Now those little punctures into your skin from derma rolling, they heal up within 5 minutes. I mean, your body very fast closing up those channels.
Right.
But if you sit in front of the red light after you derma rolled, you are sending ATP, that adenosine triphosphate, which is the spark that creates more collagen and elastin. So it's like kind of a double thing. You would be stunned if you have those crinkly, wrinkly upper arms. If you see a derma roller, and I have a video over on my channel about crepey skin, and you need a different length of needle than you use for your face. It's a little bit deeper. You do that once a month. It takes one time a month. That's all. Your participation in it is minimal. Your body's participation is 99% of it. So you just create those little channels one time a month, and it spends the rest of the month making more collagen and elastin. You start it now. Let's see, we're in March. March, April, May, June. By the time June comes around, your little wobbly skin is gonna be so much better.
Wow.
One time.
Wow. Amazing.
That is. Okay. And then what about brown spots? That's my last question.
Brown spots are really easy as well. That is just pigmentation on your skin, and you just need to adjust that pigmentation. Vitamin C will really help, and things with licorice in it. And there are products out there. I would go to The Ordinary, or I would go to the Inky List and look for a product that deals with melasma or brown spots. And what it does is it just, reformulates that skin. It's just more pigment or melatonin in those areas, and they'll really lighten up. Also, Penn Smith on YouTube, Penn Smith Skincare, Penn Smith. She's an esthetician who has a very popular YouTube channel. She had really dark brown spots on her skin, and you can see the transformation, and she has a lot of videos on brown spots. I don't have any videos because I don't have brown spots, so I can't really,
You're a lucky girl.
She has a twin.
Lucky girl. Oh. Does anybody have any questions for Kimberly before we let her go here in a little bit? We've tied her up for almost an hour.
I know.
Kimberly, this has been the best.
Wonderful
discussion. We've had such a good time. You guys are wonderful. You do such a wonderful job with your channel, and the way that you produce this show is amazing. I'm in awe.
Well,
thank you, Kimberly.
We're kind of just learning everything on the fly.
Yes.
Well, you've done a brilliant job. You really, really have. And I've had such a good time.
Oh, thank you.
It has been such an honor. It's been our
Yes.
honor, hasn't it, Lynn, to have Kimberly on.
Yes. Yes,
I mean,
it has.
I feel like I
Thank
found
you.
a new friend.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
you
know.
really have. I really enjoyed this. And let's do it again sometime in the future.
Will you?
Oh, sure.
That would be.
I'm gonna book that. I'm gonna book you now. Come back in about May or June.
Sounds
and we'll
fun.
have. Okay, I'm all right, Kimberly. I think the ladies are. I don't think there's any more questions. We've covered so many, but I know the next time we see you,
there'll be so many more. That's
I know.
right.
Well,
You're gonna have.
Right.
You guys have been a delight. Thank you again for including me in your show. This has been such an honor.
Thank you.
Well, everybody,
Kimberly,
go over right now. Even you, Snafu, go subscribe. Yes. The men can subscribe to Pretty Over 50. And hey, you know what? If the guys watch what the ladies are doing, maybe they'll appreciate us more.
Yeah.
We go through a lot. Now, I know my husband will be real happy today because I have makeup on and my hair is done. In the last few days, I have not.
No, well, no water.
No water, no showers. I even we had a water leak, I said in the beginning of the show, and so now I'm having a guy come this afternoon to quote me for the fix the drywall, and then we'll be back in shape. But when you don't have a bathroom and you can't take a shower, you got 3 bathrooms, you can't use them. So I told my husband, see, I'm always prepared. I am prepared just about for anything. So I said, go out to the garage and get that brown box. It's a yay. I said, go get that. Don't you know what I had in that? My camp potty. So I put it all together with a liner and then the blue stuff. So for the smell, and have a lid on it on a little seat. So it's all, so I had to set that up in one of the bathrooms upstairs. I was fine. And I pulled out, I have these great big wipes from a Walmart. What are they called, Lynn?
Well, they're for like patients at home that can't.
Yeah, and
they're like a hospital. Yeah.
Washcloth, they're disposable. So I pulled out, I have a bunch of them stashed away. So I pulled them out and I said, you can use these to wipe off. You're putting clean clothes on. It's not like we're
he's
dirty. And he
worked from he worked from home that day.
He wouldn't go to work. He said, I can't. I said, you can shave. You can brush your teeth. We have water and paper cups. We'll just throw everything away. It'll be just fine. So, I did fine. He freaked out.
Go ahead. Oh, I just want to say, Barefoot Lass, she posted, Kimberly, your YouTube channel site.
Wonderful.
So,
thank you.
And I want to just give a shout out to Janet and to Bones. Bones is driving around Chicago right now. And
he's our
we want him
driver.
to be. We just love Bones, and we want him to be safe out there today, driving in Chicago.
Ooh, he's in Chicago. He's our truck driving. He has a channel, and sometimes we'll just hop in there. He takes us in the truck, and he just goes everywhere. And you can just drive down the road with him. He shows the highway and everything, and will talk to us, and we just have we have fun people here.
We do. We sure do.
Yes.
We have them joining us from all around the world, from Ireland this morning. We love our Irish gal. Oh, we love her.
We have our Arizona people.
Yes, we have our Florida people and everywhere in between. So, Ann, are you going to have Kimberly stay and are you going to show us who's coming up next?
Yes, I'm just going to show who's coming next. It's wonderful.
Just stay right with us, Kimberly.
Coming to the next all new live, the Ann Lynn Show, we welcome Shannon of Homesteading in the Heartland. We're getting back to basics, learning gardening, raising chickens, pressure canning, dehydrating, freezing, and so much more. Please join us on Wednesday, March the 10th at 10 a.m. for Homesteading in the Heartland. So we have a little bit of everything on our channel.
That's so interesting. That's like right up my alley.
Yes. Be sure to tune in. Join us next week if you're able.
I know she's got to roll out of bed super early, but
I know.
Oh, Kimberly, I have to say again, thank you. It's been such an honor. You're such a beautiful woman inside and out. I just love your channel, and I hope everybody subscribes to it, all of our people, and we will be watching you, won't we, Lynn?
Thank you.
Absolutely. Next time I might have a better glow. and maybe a few pounds lighter.
You'll have a new smile.
New smile? Yeah. Oh, and I have new glasses coming this week.
Yeah,
because these are purple today, because actually I have purple on. So I thought, well, I'll put my purple glasses on today.
I told her, I said, you've got to get some with non-glare.
They're coming today, tomorrow, or Friday.
I know. I boss her around. She's my older sister, but I'm
5 years older. And then Kimberly, we have a brother that's 10 years younger than I am and 5 years younger. And I was the one that was like 5'8.5" and dark brown hair and brown eyes. And then she comes up to about here on me.
I'm
about
5'1".
right in here.
I was 5'1", and I was
redheaded,
red
hair. And then our brother is a little bit taller than I am, and he was born with straight blonde hair and blue eyes.
Yeah, and our mom and dad both have brown hair and brown eyes. We had a variety, so that used to be the joke. Were we really the milkman's kids?
Right.
But as we get older, our brother has turned into our dad.
We're starting to look more like each other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. But aging has not been fun.
No.
But you have helped us so much with these tips that we're gonna age a little more gracefully.
Aging gracefully.
Our mom is beautiful at 90.
She's 90.
She's
petite. She's petite.
Thin. She gets around. She's strong. They had some lockdowns where she's at, and she had and I think everybody there did. Everybody survived. Had very mild symptoms.
Kimberly, you mentioned vitamin D. I want to tell you, I've had my first round, and I'm going in for my second round next week. And, at the home, they started everyone on zinc and D and vitamin C and all the vitamins.
Yeah.
So that when that thing hit our mom at 90 years old, she was strong, physically strong. And she came through that. So I've been really endeavoring before the next one to do all my vitamins and make sure I'm diligent with them, because so many people have that second one and have symptoms. They don't feel real well. And I'm not believing that. I've went ahead and done if that worked for our mother and all the residents there, it can work for me. That I can just come right through that second one without all the side effects. Because I'm preparing my body for that. I'm taking my D, I'm taking my zinc and all the others. So I've been trying to do my very best.
Yeah, I have a whole handful of supplements. I take potassium.
Cameraman beats you.
I don't know. My husband saw him one day and he said, "Holy cow." I said, "Yeah, and that's just part of them, because my vitamins are all gummies, because I can't take hard, capsules. They just hurt my stomach. So I have all these gummies lined up that I take too." So anyhow, but we're going to let you go. We've got to let you go. But
thank you again, ladies.
We always do this, Kimberly. We call them granny kisses because we
give granny kisses. But, are you ready, Ann?
Kimberly, thank you so much.
All righty.
And we will see you again in a few months.
Video.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, Lynn.
Oh,
Was that not fabulous, or was that not fabulous?
that was fabulous. I'll tell you though, each of our guests, when we leave our guests, it's like you and I are on just a high because they've uplifted us so much. And how about you out there, everyone? Haven't they just like uplifted you? I mean, she's uplifted us this morning.
Just her
greatly.
Smile and her attitude. She's such a, I just keep saying it. She's so beautiful. You can just see that. And so, I'm going to do I'm going to look at my notes, y'all. I am definitely.
Good. I would like you to screenshot that to me. Screenshot your notes to me.
I will.
You can put them on Messenger. Everyone out there, listen up, everyone, listen up. We would like you to send us a picture.
Oh, yes.
And can you put our email address up there?
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me.
Right now, we don't have any pictures, but we'd like you to
send any
for March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. If you would like to email us a picture of you with your best greens on or your St. Patty's hat on, and then you know what I got thinking, they don't want to show their face. You know what? You can go to the Dollar Tree, and for $1, no, this is true. For $1, you can get a smiley face, and you could hold that smiley face right here, and you could still be Irish, right? Or you could make a cutout like this, get a fan, those fans, and just cover it up, and it can have a smiley face on it. If that's what you're worried about, that everyone's going to see your face, just wear a smiley face and cover up your face like that, and then be all decked out. Decked out.
They could dress their pet up, their dog.
Just send a picture of your little doggy or your little kitty or your little chicken. The girly, hey, the girly, dress up your little chickens with a little.
Florida Patriot has a dog.
Just send us some pictures of yourself dressed up in your Irish greens or your little pets.
Come on, you guys, participate. We're gonna have
some fun. We're going to be dressed up, and we like to see you. We like to see some pictures of some others dressed up in their
we don't want to be
their Irish greens.
Now, and let me a couple other things here before we go.
Yes.
Don't miss next Wednesday's show with Shannon. She's a lovely
young
woman.
Homeland.
Homesteading in the heartland. I mean, she's really doing it upright. She is. They do everything, canning, freezing, everything. And
everything. Just like in growing their own vegetables, which what Kimberly said she likes that way. Organic. And we should. We should like that.
Yes. And then on March the 17th is our St. Patrick's Day. It's going to be a little earlier, a little shorter because I have an appointment. And so, but it's going to be just me and Lynn, but we need your St. Patrick's pictures. Come on, guys. Come on. Or
video. Send a video in. Send a video. And can post your videos right here. You can give us a shout out.
Yeah. Then on Thursday, now this is a special show, Thursday, March the 18th at 4:30 p.m.
Eastern time.
Mr. Bob Wells of Cheap RV Living
will be right here.
It's going to be now this is going to be a fascinating interview with Bob Wells. You guys, go over his channel, Cheap RV Living. An interesting, fascinating channel of people who are living in vans, cars, RVs.
Nomadic living.
And Bob, there is a whole community. This is huge out west. So,
and I'll tell you, a lot of those living in their vehicles now and making that home are women about your age and my age and up.
Yeah,
There
and
are
they're doing this.
80-year-olds.
Yeah, and this is a lifestyle choice.
Right.
Yeah,
They want
most of
freedom.
them.
They want the freedom.
Yes.
And so Bob Wells was just featured in a movie, Nomadic. Let's see, help me out. What was it? No, not No Man Land. Nomad Land or Nomadic Land. Anyway, it's on. It's at. You can find it at Hulu, and it's about the nomadic living, and it's also in the theaters.
Okay,
So
and so that's going to be really fascinating. And then
Nomad Land. Yeah, Nomad Land.
In March, also we have RE55. He has he's got an interesting channel too. He does a lot of videoing of meteorites and other things in the sky, but he's really a Renaissance man.
He's a very interesting and a sweet man. We've spoken with him.
And hopefully he's going to bring his guitar and he'll play us. Maybe he'll serenade us.
Yeah.
And then later in the month, we have our own Florida Patriot 71. She's going to come on.
Yeah, she's going to be. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing. Yes.
And we're going to be talking dog rescue and dog training and all kinds.
I got to put that out on my Facebook because I have a lot of friends who have rescue animals. Rescue dogs.
And let me just tell you, and it just goes on and on. We have people, I'm booking up until April, you guys. And if you want to come on the Ann Lynn Show and have something to share with us, send us an email right there at lynann1740@gmail.com. And we would love to have you on. And Lynn, we just have to tell our people, we love you so very much. You all are extremely important to us and I hope to each other.
Yes.
This is a wonderful community that we have here, our subscribers and our viewers in general. We just want to tell you that.
Love and appreciate you.
Yes.
And pray for you daily.
Yes.
We pray for you. If you have any prayer requests, send them to the
you can send them
to lynann1740@gmail.com.
Or leave a comment.
Right. And Ann will let me know and we will agree in prayer for you. So, Ann, this has been wonderful today. And it's been good to be with you too. It's good to see your beautiful smiling face.
Oh, it's good to see you, Lynn. I miss you.
Thank you. What about beautiful smiling face?
Oh, thank you.
No, my beautiful smiling face.
Earthquake. You hit your camera. Earthquake.
We had earthquake.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Okay. Bye. Clink and granny kiss out.
And granny kiss. We got to go granny kisses out. Everybody have a blessed, safe, Bones, have a safe trip. Have a safe trip, buddy. And we'll granny kiss out. We love you guys.
We love you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, moderators.
Yes, thank you, each one.
Thank you. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
4.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.